Hi, I'm Lisa Michelle. I like creating content for new inspiring entrepreneurs just like you. And in this video, I want to show you how to simply upload a book, journal, activity book, anything like that into Amazon KDP. So I've gotten a few questions about how to actually do that, and that's why I'm making this video, because if you don't know how to actually upload it, then videos on interiors and covers aren't really very helpful. So it's a good point, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So to get started, I am going to first customize a cover, and I'm using the website Vexels because I'm not a designer. So it's really easier for me to find a template or, something like this that I can just kind of customize in Canva on my own to make it my own. So that's what I'm doing. So in a previous video, I created a Sudoku puzzle, and I'll link the video here, and I'm using that as the interior. So I went into Vexels and looked for a KDP book cover for Sudoku puzzles, and I found this one. So I downloaded this and I uploaded it into Canva, and now that I'm in Canva, I'm just going to just change it around, kind of customize it. I'm not selling this book, but just to give you an idea of how you can design your covers if you are also not a designer or just not, artistic at all. All right, so we're here in Canva, and it's Sudoku puzzles for seniors. So the puzzle that I did, it's not really for children or adults or anyone in particular, but I'll just say it's Sudoku puzzles for children. Okay. So let's see, I'll change the font so that it's maybe more, I don't know, kid friendly, something like that. That's fine. And again, I'm just doing this just to give you an idea of how you can do it for your own books. So this won't be, something that's perfect that can be sold as is. And hopefully you're a little bit more artistic than I am, and you won't need this much help. All right, so this is Childos. All right. And if you want a full tutorial on Vexels or on how to, make changes using Canva, let me know, and I'm happy to do that. And I actually do have 17 tips, pro Canva tips video, and I can put the link for that above. So since I'm making this for children, let me just find graphics of children. So we'll just put her here, and you see how easy this is. This lady, okay, she's in pieces, of course. All right, hold on. Oops. Okay, I'm just trying to, we have to move the puzzle out of the way. Oh, she's part of the puzzle. Great. Okay. Let's see if I can I ungroup it? No, it looks like she's part of the puzzle. So, okay, so I can't delete her skirt here and her arm. So I would have to actually, I'm just going to take the whole thing out. And I'll just use this for the sake of our example to replace the one that was there. And now when you are uploading your book cover into Canva, you want to keep in mind, so this is the front, this is the whole cover. This is the front on this side, and this is the back. So what I do, just to make sure I don't go too far over, is I add a line right in the middle, where the spine would go. Okay, hold on a second. We make it wider. Be easier to manipulate, because you want it to be straight. And then I just put it here, just temporarily, in the middle. And you know you're in the middle because you have that, that purple dotted line that shows up. This way I know not to have anything going over to the other side because this is the back of the book. So that's just a guideline that I use for myself. So we'll put her here. We got our puzzle here. We'll put her more to the front. And we'll get one more child to put there. Let's see. And so I'll just put graphics because that's all I want. And I mean, does it really matter? Does it? Okay. So we'll put, I don't know if he's old enough to do Sudoku, is he? Doesn't matter, right? Okay. All right. So we'll put him down here. All right. So you get the idea, right? You find a cover that you can customize. Maybe I'll have her facing him. Okay. Change the color. I don't know if that's such a kid-friendly color. What did I do? Okay. All right, hold on. Okay. Make this blue. Okay, that's an overlay. I wonder. All right, so this is just gonna have to do for now. All right, so we've got the cover. And now that everything is, on the right side, I can delete this line. And then I'll just download it as a PDF print. Okay. And now this is for a 6x9 puzzle. So I'm hoping it's formatted properly because you do have to format it based on the number of pages you have in your book. So we'll see. So now we're in the KDP platform. And what you want to do is you'll go to kdp.amazon.com. If you don't have an account, you'll set one up. And then you'll go to your bookshelf. And right here, you will add whether it's a paperback book or a hardcover book. This is a paperback book. And, okay. Hold on, let me go ahead and log in. Okay, so now that I'm logged in, I'm in bookshelf, and I'll first put in the paperback details. The primary language is English. The book title, let's see. Now, the thing with KDP is you can't deviate from the title you have on the book unless you use a semicolon. So because I have here Sudoku puzzles for children, that will have to be somewhere in the puzzle. So I can't have this Sudoku puzzles for children on the cover and then have the title be activity books for kids. All right, so Sudoku. Okay, so if I wanted to add something else, I can do that after a semicolon. So then I could say, activity book for kids after that. Or I could add something in the subtitle, but I have to have this somewhere in the title. Now, if this were a series, I would just add the series detail here. But this is just one book. So if you're only uploading one book and it's not related to any other book, then just leave this alone. Again, if it's not an addition, so if I don't have, let's say I already had a Sudoku puzzle book for children on KDP or on Amazon, and I want to do another one with a different cover and a few different pages, maybe it's like a different edition in a set, then I'd put the edition number here. It could be 3rd edition, 4th edition, but this is the first book, so this also stays blank. Under author, of course, you'll put the name of the author, and you can either use your real name or you can use a pen name. It's up to you. All right. Oops. All right. Contributors. If I use an illustrator or someone else, an editor, narrator, I would add them here to give them attribution, but it's just me, so I don't need to add anything here. On a description, you of course want to summarize the book. You can put things like, this great Sudoku puzzle for kids is the perfect way to keep them occupied during road trips or, long car rides, things like that. This is basically your advertisement to the people who are going to actually click on or see your thumbnail on Amazon. So you want to put something here that'll make people want to buy the book. You could put details here using bullets to say, how many pages. You could put the size of the book, 6x9. You'll see later on we can pick how we want the cover to look. So you can say it's a glossy cover, just different details about the book that will be appealing to someone who may want to buy the book, and to also answer questions for them. So if someone's looking at your book and they're not sure whether or not, there is an introduction page in the front, you can put that there. You want to answer potential questions. So you don't want someone to have questions that aren't answered and then kind of click off to a different book because they're not sure. So try to, answer as many potential questions as you can in this section. So definitely pages, size, what kind of cover it is, who this book is for. Does it make a great birthday gift, holiday gift? Put that in there. And you've got 3,900 characters. So really just try to sell your book and answer any potential questions here. And that avoids returns also. All right. Publishing rights. I own the copyright. This is not a public domain work. This is not someone else's work that I found that I'm uploading. This is something that I created. So I'll click on I own the copyright. And then we come to the keywords. So this part is important. So you have 7 spaces here for keywords. And this could be a whole separate video on how to choose keywords, but you want to put in keywords that your potential buyer would actually put into Amazon search. So when someone goes to Amazon.com and they want a Sudoku puzzle book for their child, you may want to put in Sudoku puzzle books. Maybe you want to put in activity, because you don't want to repeat the same words. So you don't want to put Sudoku puzzle books and then put Sudoku puzzle notebook. You know what I mean? You don't want to waste your keywords. So you want to try to think of different phrases. So this way you can kind of capture as many potential buyers as possible. So you can put in activities for kids. You can put in child road trip activity, because that's different from, it's different from activities, but I think Amazon would still pick up on that, so you have to worry about it, but you get the idea. Something for, and normally you'd want to go to Amazon.com, and I'll do that quickly, and put in certain words, right? To do a little bit of keyword research. So you put in Sudoku, and I've got a Chrome extension here that's giving me these extra suggestions. It's called AMZ Suggestion Expander. I don't have the pro version, but it's free. So if you want to go ahead and download that to get these extra suggestions, it might be a good idea. So you put in Sudoku, and then you get all these other options. These are actually terms that people have put in to search for Sudoku books on Amazon. So you want to look for some of these, see which ones apply, and you also want to see which ones have the best, I guess, search results. Well, I'll give an example. If I do Sudoku for kids, which is pretty general, you get over 1,000 results, right? If you do Sudoku for kids, I don't know, ages 8 through 12 and it's size 9x9, you only get 77 results. So you want to try to use keywords that still apply to your book. Now, our book is not 9x9, so I wouldn't use that. But you see what I'm saying? You want to go ahead and try to find, real search phrases that people are using on Amazon, and then try to narrow it down so that you can, it's way easier to be found for a book using this search than just Sudoku for kids. All right. So you want to complete all of these and put in, as many as you can. Now, after you've exhausted the Sudoku for kids list, then you may want to go under, road trip activity and see if there's anything for that. See road trip activity book for teens, road trip activities age 4 to 6. So that would be an actual phrase that I might want to put in my keyword section. Okay. So you definitely want to make sure that you complete all 7. The categories, you want to only choose 2 here, and these should be related to your actual book. Now, I know there are people who will just pick unrelated topics, I guess because they figure those areas are less saturated. But I would suggest you really do try to find categories that actually relate to the product that you're selling. So we have activity books here. I'm not sure what else offhand. Let's see. Maybe you could do humor if your book is, if you've got something in there related to humor. Travel. Let's see. You could do road travel. Maybe that's something that's not so saturated. I don't know. You'd have to actually look to see what types of books are actually in this category. And when I say category, I mean here. So if you go here and you go down to books, you can find the categories here. So if you go down to travel, you'll see all the categories that we pulled up. So let's see if I can find. And I don't remember which one I just did. Was it road trip? I'm not even sure what was it road travel? So road travel. Yeah, so these are pretty much maps. So yeah, I don't know that I would put the book there. So just unselect it and then just go through and try to find one that is most appropriate. And if you can't find anything else, then just put them under the closest one you can find. And so I would just find one maybe for just general juvenile nonfiction. Okay, but take your time. Well, there's also books and libraries under juvenile nonfiction as well. So just pick one that you think is close. There's comics and graphic novels, but that's not related either. Okay, so just find the closest one so people can actually find your book. If your book has any type of adult language or adult content, you'll want to click yes. If not, you click no, and then save and continue. And then on this page, we'll actually upload the book. Now, I don't want to assign an ISBN number for this because I'm not really selling it. But you would click here. It will just assign you an ISBN number. It's simple. And then you leave this blank. And then here you want to state whether or not you are using cream paper, white paper, color paper. Typically, you want to use white paper. There is a different cost for cream paper, and the formatting of the book is a little bit different because I guess the cream paper is a little bit, I'm not sure if it's heavier or if it's larger, but you definitely want to make sure you pick the right one so that it gets approved by Amazon. And you'll see here, it costs more, and I guess it is heavier if you actually use colored ink in your book. But for an activity book or a puzzle book, black and white is fine. This book is 6x9. If it were a different size, you would click here and then select the appropriate size. There is bleed in this interior, I believe. It's one that I downloaded from BookBolt, and I believe their puzzles have bleed, which takes into account anything that may be close to the edge so it won't get cut off when Amazon is producing your book. So you want to have bleed. And here you can choose whether or not you want it to have a matte finish or a glossy finish. That's totally up to you. Here is where you actually will upload the interior of your book. So this is where we'll upload the actual Sudoku puzzle. And let's see, where is this puzzle? Oh, this is the puzzle. Okay. So we'll upload that here, and that'll take a second. And then here, you can either use something called Cover Creator to create your book, which I've honestly never used because I always upload my own cover, or you click here to upload a cover you already have. So that's where we'll upload the cover that we just downloaded from Canva. And we'll put that here. Okay, so now before you can move forward, the first time you're uploading it, you'll have to do a launch previewer, which is good anyway, because it'll give you an idea of whether or not there are any issues with your book. And I see that there is, I think there's an issue with the cover because I didn't do the ISBN number, I'm pretty sure. Okay, but that's the main part anyway, is uploading the interior and then uploading your cover here, clicking on Launch Previewer. Okay, and it won't let me go any further. So let me just, I'll be right back. I'm actually going to upload a real PDF so that I can continue. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That actually took a while. And the issue was the fact that I had not assigned an ISBN number. So I had to do that, which means I'll probably have to actually upload a book now titled Sudoku Puzzles for Children. Because while I can go back and change the cover and the interiors and everything else that I've done, I cannot change that title. So I'll be creating a book with that name. So this is what you get with the print previewer, and you can scroll through and see the pages that you uploaded. This is a puzzle that I put in there. Over here, it'll tell you whether or not there are any issues. So it looks like everything is fine in terms of the cover and the interior. And when they check the interior, when they check the book in the previewer, they're checking for font, margins, trim size, all that stuff, just to make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. So we'll click on Approve, because you have to do that in order to move forward. And now all we have to really worry about is the pricing. And well, I shouldn't have clicked that so fast, because here it shows the printing cost is $2.15. So you want to keep that in mind when you're setting your price, because you want to make sure that you do get some type of royalty. But you'll see if you try to, like, if we were to sell this for $4.99, your royalty would be 84 cents. So you want to look and see what's comparable in your niche and for your type of book. So if $8.99 is not way out in left field, you can set it, whatever you want. But if you set it for that amount, you'd see you get a $3.24 royalty for each sale. You can do expanded distribution. And for this, you click on that and it'll show you what the royalty would be for that. And you click on here and it just shows you that large book distributors can make your title available to other online retailers, libraries, universities, and booksellers beyond Amazon. So I always click that just to give my books the best chance of selling. And then here it gives you the royalties if someone were to purchase it from a different country. And that's it. You would click on Publish a Paperback Book, which I'm not doing because then it would be live, and you'd wait. It can take a day, it can take a week. I haven't found any set price, any set time in terms of processing, but it can take a few days or a week for it to show up live on Amazon. And then when you go to your bookshelf, you'll see it'll say live in green letters once it's actually live. So that is all. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I will also leave a link to Vexels in case you want to use their service to look for a book cover. I'll also leave a link to a PDF in the description that'll at least give you the margin sizes and the book cover sizes for a book that is 6x9. So if you want to create a 6x9 book and you don't know, what size it should be, if you're editing it in Canva, I will link a PDF in the description so you'll know what size this should be and what size your interior should be, because otherwise KDP will kick it back if it's not the right size. All right, so I think that's going to do it for me. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and until next time, peace.